Alright YouTube, I want to do a little update on the rebound situation. I think it was 2 videos ago I was talking about how the garden got pretty much decimated from a freeze that came through. I wasn't prepared for it and I pretty much lost everything in the garden. With that in mind, I also signed up for a farmer's market, and I've got till June, first Friday in June, I've got to be at the farmer's market with some type of product. So thankfully I have a nursery stock license. I can take plants there if I need to and use that as a supplement. But one thing that I've decided is that when I'm going out to the flea market and I'm selling plants, I take everything. I mean, I'm a one-stop shop. You can come in, you can get all your cold stuff, you can go from broccoli to melons, pumpkins. I mean, I got everything. But at this point, a lot of the stuff I've cut out, and I've decided to really kind of narrow down my focus to what I want to grow production-wise for produce to try and sell. So I kind of got about maybe a dozen things I'm going to focus on, but that's where I'm at with that. So as far as what's going on in here, I've got a lot going on in here. This is where I was keeping everything that I was going to sell, and I've whittled it down quite a bit. Been transplanting stuff that was getting too big. What I've been doing a lot is I've been up potting everything that I've had, whereas I would say it was ready to go out into the garden, but instead I just put in a bigger pot. So for instance, you know, that compared to that. So what I've done is I've taken a lot of cucumbers and I've up potted them. I think that's the right word, up potting. So I got a bunch of cucumbers that I've up potted, and it's kind of funny that I was scrolling through YouTube a little while back, just looking at the home page, what they're feeding me, not necessarily searching for anything, and came across some videos that were talking about Be It Alpha cucumbers, and I saw more than one video talking about how they're this massive producing cucumber. As long as you just keep picking it, they keep growing beyond belief. And as luck would have it, my order from Baker Creek, they sent me a free seed packet of those. So I've like doubled down on those. I'm growing a lot of those. Everything here, for the most part, all this stuff, I'm just gonna put it in the garden. That's not really this is just beans and stuff. I'm not gonna sell any of this stuff. I am in a situation here where I've got a lot of stuff at different stages, so I kind of not trying to do succession planting, but I've been forced to do it with the situation that happened. So I've got a lot of stuff in a lot of different sizes. These ones are doing good. I feel like I'm not ready to transplant those, but this over here, these are cucumbers and melons, and I literally just put those in, I just germinated those like a week ago, I think. Not very long, but I was using the heat pad, and I will tell you what, the heat pad, I wasn't using it too much earlier in the season because it was pretty nice, and I don't know, I won't say I was lazy about it, but I guess I was lazy about it. I just wasn't using it because the weather was good. But I have definitely decided without question that it's like I cannot afford to not use that moving forward in the future. So what I've got going on in here is, first off, before we get into there, I've got a lot of stuff here. Kids are jumping in a trampoline, that's what that noise is. But I've got a lot of this stuff here that was really getting way too big for those little pots, so I moved them up to these ones. And this is pretty much all tomatoes. It's just, I got beefsteak and atomic grape. I'm really gonna focus hard on the atomic grapes. When I called and talked to the farmer's market manager, she asked what I was growing, and obviously, you know, they don't want to like grow have too many vendors that are all selling the same stuff. So I was throwing out, I got this, I got that, I threw out peppers. She said, we've already got a specialty pepper guy. But I said atomic grape tomatoes, and that was, I felt like that was kind of like my foot in the door. So I'm gonna really double down on those, and I think honeydew melons as well, because those just grow like crazy here. I don't have to work on those at all. They grow, and they grow a lot of production. And so I'm really gonna, those are gonna be kind of my focus, some of my really big focus crops. But these are doing good, and you can see there's a lot of different sizes here. So like I was saying, I wasn't trying to succession plant, but I've got a lot of things at a lot of different stages and height and everything. So I feel like that's a good situation for me at this point in time. And all this, I planted this in here maybe a week ago, I guess. And like I said, I got the heat pad underneath this, and my germination rate's been really good. This one here looks empty, but that's because last night I was out here and I took everything out of here, and those were some of the cucumbers, the smaller cucumbers on the table over there. I took out from there last night. And that tray is looking really good. I got like almost 100% germination rate on that tray. Pretty close to it on this one. I think a couple more days and this will probably be there. But once again, this is all atomic grapes, and then I got more atomic grapes here. And this is kind of a side note little project here, but my dad had a friend that cut down a redwood tree, and he ended up getting the wood, bringing it home, and there was a bunch of little sprouts on the cut wood. So they were wondering, is there any way to like salvage, you know, can we somehow grow redwood trees out here? So I took these little pieces off of the wood that he's gonna use the redwood trees for doing carvings, but all those little green sprouts on there, I cut them off. Well, I tried to pick them off as close to the whatever, it's not really a root, but picked them off as close to the stump as possible. And then I used a product called Clonex, dipped it in that, and then I put it in those cubes, and I mixed up a little hydroponic solution, a light solution, and I've been keeping them moist in that. So those have been like 3 weeks, and they're still, I mean, I know it's a 50-50 thing, but if I can clone redwood trees, I think that would be pretty awesome. That'd really kind of change the game for me. But I don't know, that'd be pretty cool if I could do that. And what else do I want to say? But anyway, I got a lot of stuff at a lot of different stages here, and I got a month to produce something. So everything in the germination station is looking good. I'm probably going to take a few more days. That's going to be empty. And oh, another thing I'm kind of experimenting with. I thought this would be kind of cool because I've talked about it. There's a lot of things I'm not going to grow in the garden anymore, and this is all radishes. I don't know if this is, I don't really have a problem growing radishes in the garden outside, but I just figured, you know what, one thing I don't want to do is try selling radishes at a farmer's market, because they just don't, I have a hard time with the shelf life on them. They don't hold very well. They get kind of mushy pretty quick. So what I thought would be kind of cool is if I could actually grow them in one of these containers in a 10-20 tray, and just take it and sell the whole tray. I mean, I don't know, 50 radishes or more in a tray. I mean, I don't know. It's an idea. It's an experiment, but I thought it'd be cool if I could pull that together. So I'll follow up on that here soon enough. But anyway, things are growing really good. I passed my last frost date, so in a couple more days, I'm gonna probably take a large majority of this stuff, put it outside in the garden. But I'm gonna wait for a few more days because we got some tree trimmer guys coming over here, and we're gonna do a lot of wood chipping. This property's still a mess from the 2 months ago when we cut down all these trees. So I gotta pivot for a few days, and then I'll be back to the garden. But anyway, that's where we are today. Things are looking good, and I'm very optimistic about the next month moving forward. So thanks for checking in with me, guys. Later.